El Pastor de Tiff the boss says hi. Tiff the boss says hi. I feel like we're at the round table.
We're live?
We're live,
Hey
finally.
guys! We're finally live.
After,
sorry for those.
I know. So much for starting at 7 o'clock.
What time is it? It's okay. We were just having a little
Mukbang? If y'all don't know what mukbang is, you've been living under a rock. A mukbang is where you eat in front of a camera. But since we started 30 minutes later, we ate all the food.
So we just have hummus now. We had
Skinny pop.
popcorn. We had some pita chips. We didn't have Oreos. And we had some Valentine's cookies because, Valentine's is coming up.
Since nobody bought it for us, we had to buy it for ourselves. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not. I mean.
And we've been live here, guys. You can see we're live on Instagram. So totally go join the YouTube.
Yeah. Join UG Youth the live on YouTube. Cause that is on YouTube. Did I say that already? Oh, that's where it's at. Sorry,
UG
guys,
Youth.
this week has not been good for me.
This week has been very long. Carmelie, how are you?
I'm really tired. I am.
Yeah, this week was busy.
Yeah, we had to write 2 essays, 3 tests, Games. We did win an undefeated team, guys.
On team. I played my first game this week after 3 weeks. Because I've been out. Because I've been broken.
How's your ankle doing?
Thanks for asking. My ankle is okay.
Your ankles.
How about your nose?
Oh, thank you for asking about my nose. See, story time. So during Christmas break, we were playing at a tournament, right? And then I got hit in the face. Got hit in the face by a girl's head. And then it hurt really bad. And then I started getting really bad headaches. And now my nose has not really fully healed ever since. So now it hurts.
That's sad. So guys, guess what we're about to do? What's in a box? It's a little throwback to the Amanda show. Ooh. Okay, so where's our first side? So Renee and Carmelie over here are gonna be doing our what's in a box.
I'm
You gotta
scared.
stand up for this now.
I'm Renee.
Who are you?
I'm Renee Liston. I'm a junior, 16 years old.
I'm Carmelie, her sister. 18.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, legal.
Woo. Okay,
Yay.
so who's gonna go first?
Oh, come on.
Renee.
Fine. I'm
Oh,
scared.
we have
5 minutes. 5
Okay, you guys
minutes.
gotta go fast.
Okay, sorry. No,
You gotta
lucky
guess
you.
it. You gotta guess
Lucky
it in
you.
one
I
minute.
know everything. It's fine.
Oh. Do you know everything?
Hold. Do you hold
I'll hold the mic to you.
it? Okay.
Okay, so let's see what she has. Oh.
I wouldn't even know what that is.
Oh, you keep say that.
Is it just
Okay.
that, or did you put something in it?
Wait, did you say you feel bad? Stop.
Do it. Girl, look at the time.
Stop. Don't say that.
Nice.
Why
Is there a hole in it?
does it feel like that? Is it an orange?
No?
It's
No,
not an orange.
Is it grapefruit?
No.
It's not.
Is
No.
it a fruit?
Yes, it's a fruit. Such a
I need to understand what it.
Do you want a hint?
Want a hint?
You don't want to hit?
Mango.
Yeah. Good job.
Girl, you put it on the thing. Okay.
Let's get the next one out
Oh,
here.
wait, how is she gonna?
You got it. You got it.
I'm not gonna know.
All right.
Oh, guys, 3 minutes.
3
actually, it's
minutes,
kinda 4 minutes.
and 50 seconds, guys.
Can I see what it is?
Whoa.
Why is your face like that?
Because it's nasty. I'm sorry.
Ow! Sorry.
Yeah, it's what you think it is. It is doo-doo.
It's something. It's a cracker covered with something.
What is the something?
I don't know. Is it peanut butter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what the cracker is?
Oh, peanut butter cracker.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
It's a nutter butter.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, update. We have 2 minutes and 50 here. And we have
Okay,
2
guys.
more things.
We got this. We got it
Okay.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. We can guess it. See, first try, I'm gonna get it.
First try.
If you manifest things, they will actually happen.
Ooh. Period. It was sticky. It's so thick. All right, next item.
Why is it like? Wait, what is that? What is that? I don't even.
2 minutes.
Is it the seed of a mango?
What is
It
that?
is the
What
seed of the
it?
mango. But what's on it?
What? There's stuff on it?
It's really random. Like,
It's not honey. Is it not honey? Is it not,
I don't even know what that is.
is it maple syrup?
it
That's
of sweet. Yes.
sugar. I don't know. It literally feels like a mango. Is it not mango?
It's something brown that's sweet.
Caramel?
Yeah. Good job. Carmelie? All right, we have a minute and 20 seconds. Carmelie, how fast can you guess the last one?
What?
Oh no.
It's so random.
That's, I'm sorry.
50 seconds. Guess fast.
Is this some type of?
You have 50 seconds. If you don't get in 50
What
seconds,
is this?
we're gonna blow up.
Is it like some type of?
Why does it look like that?
I don't know what it is. Is it some type of meat?
It's not me.
Sweet?
No.
You could put it with something sweet or savory.
Ooh.
Cheese?
You
In what world does cheese feel like that?
you may put cheese in it sometimes.
Yeah. Cheese in it? Yeah.
And melt it inside.
Uh-huh.
Is it a pastry type stuff?
Not really.
No. You have 10 seconds. It's not pita bread, but it's what? That is a bad.
A bread?
What are It's not a tortilla chip, but it's a.
Tortilla?
Yeah! We did
Oh my
it!
word! It started! Hey guys, by the way, Matthias's birthday is tomorrow, and you guys should go say happy birthday to him because, you know,
Is he turning 18?
we love birthdays. He is turning 18,
Oh, he's legal too.
and I think we're gonna go to the other places in this studio. Sorry. The social experiment. We're going to the social experiment, and Emily's going to tell us what it is. It's so funny. So let's get over there. Bye.
Oh my. That was nasty.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Emily, and we are back with another UG social experiment. Today, we are looking at our lives in the middle of tough situations, and we have brought a couple of high school seniors to play a little game you guys might know called Truth or Dare, but, drumroll, UG style. Bye.
Hello.
We're gonna play Truth or Dare.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay.
I'll take a truth. I'll start with truth. Weak? What you mean? You gotta dip your toes into the water.
My toes.
Okay. Tell us the moment you felt rejected oh my goodness, the most.
Uh-oh.
The moment I felt rejected the most. Maybe like freshman year. Freshman year was pretty bad. Not gonna lie. It's a moment though. Huh? A moment. You wanna know the exact moment?
Yeah, what happened freshman year?
Probably on her birthday when I went to go give her flowers, she turned them down. Yeah, brutal. Brutal. So, rejected the most. That was only the first question too. Oh my goodness.
Wow, why did I get it?
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'll do a dare.
Yeah, no more truth.
Yeah, I don't want to
No
do
more
it.
truth.
DM your celebrity crush's selfie right now. I'll do it right now. Oh, his name's Charles Gillespie. And if you want to know what he looks like, look him up on Instagram.
I want to see.
You will
Charles
not be
Gillespie?
disappointed.
I feel
Okay,
bad.
I will. Actually, no, I really don't want to. Do I have to? Okay, here's
Oh,
what
I
he looks
found
like.
him.
Do you want the camera to zoom in? There you go.
Let me see that.
You're like, yes, sir. Wait, let me
see
get the
that. Let me
picture.
see that.
This is his account. Who's this guy?
And sent. Here's proof. You see it? There's his account and there's the picture I sent. I promise it's real. There you go.
Celebrity.
Easy. I got it easy. Yeah.
I'll go. I'll take it. Ooh. It says, how often do you check yourself in the mirror or window reflection?
Why couldn't I have gotten that one?
Just about every time I go to the bathroom. In 8th grade, our classroom had a big mirror in the back of the class.
You just turn around.
I would turn around just like,
I
Yeah.
have to pick a dare.
Anything.
it's truth
I'll say
or
it's
dare.
Have you ever been in a situation you felt you were not going to make it through?
Miss Mooney, please.
Always
Oh
miss
my
Mooney.
word.
But like
Miss
sophomore
Progress.
year, because I was like the last year I wasn't doing online school. Sophomore year we had to do this thing where, what was it? We had to do like the history of like all the dynasties, like the family trees or something.
yeah. I know
and
what
I
you're
didn't
talking
listen in
about.
class at all, and I waited till like literally the night before to do it, and it was just a mess. Like the entire living room floor was just covered in little pieces of paper.
Oh my
and
gosh, I get
Yeah,
that.
we've all done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've all done that. I promise you that.
Just some of us did it better than others.
I'll take a
Alright, back.
dare this time. I'll take a dare.
A
Yeah.
dare.
Oh goodness.
What does it say?
Lick the bottom of my shoe.
Yo.
I picked like one of the dirtiest pairs of shoes today.
I got
Oh.
a clean side. I mean,
A dare's a dare.
oh my God.
So do I go? Do I go
I don't
from here to here?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, clean it first. Clean it first.
I'm not watching this.
Oh, that's
Disgusting.
That is. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh.
Does it taste good?
Tastes like dirt.
Oh. Okay.
That was gross.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's my turn. I'll do a truth this time. What's the biggest lie you've ever told? I have a lot of lies that I've told. They're like white lies. Biggest lie? Yeah, I can't think of like something really big.
She's lying right now.
There you go.
Probably, freshman year, we all took IPC and we were all facing Jackson's board. And like the entire class, I promise you, ask Matthias, like we all cheated, all of us. And then all of us on that final exam. If Jackson ever sees this, we didn't do that. But, but yeah, that's also one thing. Yeah.
I'll take a dare this time. I hope it's not as bad as yours.
Hope it's worse.
Talking in accent.
That's pretty good. All right, talking in accent for the rest of the game.
Oh.
I don't know. Australian.
Is that what Australians sound
I
like?
really don't know. I mean, British accent.
Okay, that's...
No.
Do a tongue twister in that accent. Peter Piper?
Peter Piper
Peter Piper?
picked a patch of peppers.
Okay, I'll
Right
take a
on.
dare.
Mhm.
Fit as many donuts in your mouth as you can.
Oh, I knew.
No.
Of course you
said
did
this
this
is
for
how
a
we get
reason.
through our pain.
I mean,
We'll be counting for you.
are they gonna be like the big ones
Are
too?
they? They only.
Can I just do donut holes? Okay.
You gotta.
You probably
Do I
can't
have to
even
eat
fit
it too?
one.
At
I
least
guess
three.
I'm
At
gonna
least
feel
three.
sick after this. At
Okay.
least three.
Can she chew?
This works as like chubby bunny. Eat, eat, eat.
Oh my
Dang!
god.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
There's a dare, mate.
I think that's Max.
No, you can do another one. You can do another one. You can
No,
do
you
another
can-
one. You can do another
Just,
one.
you know.
Do it. Do it.
Keep
Ew!
it in there.
Do it.
Keep it in there. Don't take it out now.
Ooh!
Oh my word.
Alright. Turn the cameras off.
Oh! I don't want a donut
You need
anymore.
a trash? You need a dumpster?
She almost just spit it all out.
You
You
can
got
toss
frosting all.
Oh my word. I don't know. I don't want you to do
Ooh.
Oh, my face is sticky.
that. Ew.
You got it all over your shirt now.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, I
in your
did.
hair.
yeah. And on your
I have
mouth.
brushes
And on
all over the couch.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad I didn't get that one.
I'll take it. I'll try it. No, I'll take one.
Can I take one?
Yeah. Alright.
I'll take another dare.
No.
Yeah. FaceTime someone and pick your nose within the first 30 seconds of the conversation. That's a great one. I'm gonna do my mom.
Your mum?
Should I like, and then like put it in my mouth? Should I? Okay. Okay. 'Cause I think she's at the store too, so I can ask her about lunches. Ready?
Oh
Watch this.
my
Okay.
word.
All right.
When she doesn't answer.
She's watching her ignore you.
She's probably driving. Probably get my dad. She's not gonna pick up. That's so cool.
She's gonna know.
Dang, your mom's
my
not
mom
gonna
calls
pick-
me. My
You've
mom
got
calls
to
me and expects
FaceTime
me
somebody.
to answer her, but then if I call her, she doesn't answer. Man, that's evil.
Oh.
Let me get my dad. Let me get my dad.
Your
Let me
dad.
see if my dad will do it.
If he doesn't pick up, he probably.
Hey, Dad. Yeah. Are y'all still at the store right now? Oh, y'all are at home, right? So what'd y'all get at the store? Right? You think? Did y'all get the stuff for lunches? I'm sorry, Dad. It's just I got something in my nose. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure. I love you guys. All right. Well, I'll see you later then. Okay. Love you too.
Oh my God.
That was a good one.
That's so funny.
Right, you got the grossest ones. You lick your shoe, then you pick your nose.
For real. Now you got
I
dirt
was
in
about
your
to ask you why you're talking like that.
And my dad's gonna think I'm some weirdo if he doesn't already. Why are they laughing at him?
Okay, I'll do it there.
Yes. There it is.
What?
What's
Why
it
do I
say?
always get the ones on social media?
What does it say?
It just says repost your very first Instagram post. That was in. Oh my word! I don't want to do
You
that.
got to. You gotta keep it up for 24 hours.
You wanted it.
So it's a picture of my dad and my aunt. I'm in my diaper. And I really don't want to post this.
You chose the dad.
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna press upload. Okay. Did I upload it? Oh no. There you go.
Facebook.
Do you
Y'all
see it
have
uploading?
Facebook.
It's uploaded. Yay! No, please don't. No.
Say less.
No,
Say
please
less.
don't.
All right, I'll take a dare.
I think his
Yeah.
accent switches up every time he talks.
I know about that one.
I don't think you're sticking to British.
Prank call the last person you texted on Snapchat.
Oh.
Actually,
Who was
I don't
that?
have Snapchat.
Oh.
Oh.
What do you have?
I've
Text. Who's the last person you texted?
I'm the last person you
Yeah.
texted.
The second last person you texted with.
second last.
Hope it's your mom.
That'd be my mom.
Prank call your mom.
What am I gonna say?
She's gonna kill you.
Your British accent.
Oi, mum.
Mom,
Put her on speaker.
I'm being mugged.
Mom.
Mom, I'm being mugged right now.
From Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
From Pizza Hut.
She's gonna
Say,
see
I'm
your
outside-
she's gonna see
I'm
your
outside
contact,
with
and you're
your
gonna.
DoorDash order.
I have to use someone else's phone she doesn't have.
Oh.
Say less.
Yeah.
You're like, hello, this is Pizza Hut. Confirming your order.
Phone number?
I do.
Yeah. You
I
need
just know a lot of people don't.
Can't say mum, right?
Hello?
Hello, this is Pizza Hut confirming your order for 3 pizzas and cinnamon rolls. This is Ilda, right?
Wrong number.
Sorry.
Wrong number.
Ma'am, we have your... is this Ilda?
Wrong number. I didn't order anything.
Well, we've got 3 pizzas here. Nice and warm, waiting for you. They're ready to be picked up.
It worked out perfectly that you had to have an accent.
I know.
Nice and warm.
Sarah's turn.
Okay, I'll pick truth.
What?
Come on, we were on a dare streak.
There's only like 3 dares.
Whose
2 dares
vacation you
left.
saw on Snap or Instagram did you last envy?
Envy? Oh,
tell.
there's so many.
Literally so many. You know how many? Because I like photography and traveling, literally my entire feed is just people having more fun than me every day.
Bring me that
This is the
dare.
plan all
Bring
along.
me that dare.
Is there one more? I'm taking the last
There is one more. Take a wide angle selfie and post it on your Instagram. Okay.
What's that?
Wide angle.
What? No, not again. No, you're
Can I see a close up?
There you go. That's perfect.
That is perfect. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
What is the most... Paragraph. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done that you've never told anyone? No, why would I tell you? Oh.
You look like you had something good to say.
I don't know. Probably falling downstairs.
Like a
Down-
stair or like 5 stairs?
Like a flight of stairs.
like a whole flight of stairs.
So, I was at my brother's friend's apartment. We were leaving, and I was excited to go home because it was late. It was late, and I wanted to go home like so tired. I was so tired. So I went down the stairs. I looked back at the door because it didn't close all the way. You know when they close just like a little crack. So I looked back when it closed, and there's just a little crack left. So I looked back, and when I was taking the first step, I tripped, and it was just like It didn't stop.
It just went down.
I just fell. And nobody saw, and when I got up, I was like, oh, I'm okay. I was okay. Yeah, that's about it.
My word.
It's a little crack.
It was a little crack.
Crook.
All right.
That's it? Already?
That's what happened.
That's it already?
The dog didn't do it too. It's just me.
Oh my
We have
gosh.
dogs.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. We had so much fun making it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. I don't know where it is. So you guys can get notified when we post a video because we love you guys and we love your support and you know we support you, so whatever. And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
I'm kidding.
My name is Austin Davis, and I have to go to school with this girl every single day, and I dread it. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
okay.
kidding. I wear size 14 shoes, the one that I just licked at the beginning of this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Intro.
Yeah, that's
I'm
gross.
thinking.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
my
like,
name's
you lick it.
Jasmine. I play volleyball, and people always they're like, "Oh, you play basketball?" Because I always go with them, and I'm like, "No, I just sit there and take stats." And they're like, "You're so lame." And I'm like, "Well, says the one who doesn't even play on basketball."
Jasmine doesn't know what a triple double is, and she takes stats.
I do know.
Serious. Are we still in the game? Do I still have to keep up this accent?
This is still the game.
Hey, not till the camera turns off.
All right. I'm Isaac.
I'm Isaac.
This isn't my real accent. It's probably there. And I love glazed donuts. So when that camera turns off, these are mine.
You guys spit on them.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Oh, my jaw just popped. That's weird. I'm Sarah. This is really weird. Y'all are gonna think it's disgusting, but I like watching videos of like people getting their pores cleaned out
That's
or
not-
like
that's not
ingrown
weird.
hairs
That's like-
pulled out.
That's like the most
It's
normal thing
so
I've ever
sad.
heard.
So
That
is
is so sad.
That's the
It's
most
so
normal thing I've
normal.
ever
Yeah,
heard.
people watch out. I
Thank
do
you.
that.
Okay.
That is gross.
That's so weird.
That is not normal.
What?
That is gross.
Okay.
This.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
You're welcome.
course.
Thank you for making me lick my shoe.
Thanks for making me post on Instagram.
I mean, nice.
That's a wrap.
That was fun.
That's a wrap.
No regrets.
Yeah.
You watch Hoonigan? Can I quit the accent?
Is it on? Oh yeah.
I hate the days where the hardest thing to do is to wake up. I regret waking up. I hate the rush of that gut-wrenching ache settling at the bottom of my chest every time I open my eyes. It's the same pain, just a different day. The days meshed together into weeks with no difference in sight. The nights before I had cried myself to sleep. When I look in the mirror, the giant of unworthiness stares right back at me. The question of, why am I not good enough, haunts me and echoes through the halls of my mind. Under dark, stained, sleepless eyes, my brokenness pierces right through me. Complete and utter exhaustion. The pain simmers through my veins day after day. I wish that I could erase all the pain, but I just can't shake the feeling off. It always comes back for another cycle of torment. I am sick of trying to fight for myself. The depths of my soul crave for more than just pain. I long for the light at the end of the tunnel that everyone keeps preaching to me about, but where is it? Does this strike a chord with you? Do you feel the tug at your heart too? Do you feel your giant speaking to you like it does to me? What if I told you of a God who meets us where we are? At our dead ends, sleepless nights, racing minds, aching hearts, and numb feelings. What if I told you someone was up for all of that? All of our mess, all of our giants. You know, the giant who keeps us up until 3 in the morning, the giant who plagues our days with crippling anxiety, the ones who shatter our dignity with doubt, the ones who strike at the very core of who we are and how we think about ourselves. This God wants every single ounce of what you're carrying right now. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of these giants taunting me. I want them gone. Do you? Hey guys, what's up? It's Miko, and we're back in 2021 for Goliath Must Fall. We are finishing up the book, and we are on chapter 7. Thank you guys. And we are talking about addiction this week. So it's a pretty big topic, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, where do I even start, guys? I feel like there was so much to say. Like, this chapter was definitely eye-opening. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, what do you guys think of when you hear addiction? Like, what comes to mind?
Oh my god. I think for me, I've always thought of addiction as something like this, like big, like bad, thing, like alcohol, like drugs and like stuff like that. That's usually what I think about when I hear the word addiction, But I think that this chapter really brought out that, like, the little things that can be like addiction, and you don't think of it as addiction. So I think that's what I really liked about this chapter, for sure.
Yeah, I do too.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Anything stood out to you? Or like, what comes to your mind? Like, do you question like what addiction is, like, or is it pretty like clear in your mind? Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, okay. Well, definitely when I first heard the title of this chapter, it was kind of like, ooh. Like when Kano asked me in the group chat, and he's like, hey, do you want to do chapter 7? Addiction Must Fall? And I was like, ooh. Because that one just hits close for me. Because my father's an alcoholic. Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, when I think of addiction, I think, alcoholics, drug abusers, just like big stuff.
Yeah.
But when I was reading this chapter, I was like, ooh, I have a whole bunch of little tiny addictions, just little ones.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy because, like, you always like think it's like, oh, I don't have any addictions, like I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But then, like, reading this chapter, you're like, oh, like I actually might be a little bit like addicted to this or that.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy to me. And I think especially especially for me, like, growing up, I've always heard like whenever people would go talk to you at school about addiction, it was always like they always made it like this big thing. It's like don't do this, don't do drugs, don't do this, and you're just, and it's like it becomes like in a way like a stereotype, because it's like it's like you hear addiction and it's like you never think you're in the wrong because you're like, oh, I don't do drugs, I don't drink alcohol, stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I'm not addicted to anything, like I'm good, But then like you read this and you're like, wait a minute, it's like like, am I possibly addicted to something that I didn't
gets you thinking.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It says here, it was talking about like a few of like the addictions that we could have, and one of the first ones the author was talking about is how entertainment can be an addiction.
Yeah.
And when I thought about that was like so true, because I've definitely caught myself just mindlessly like watching Netflix or like scrolling on my phone on social media, and I'm just like, like, what's the point? Like, what am I trying to fill?
That's so true. Like, sometimes I would just grab my phone and I'll just start scrolling, and then like I like not even focus on what I'm doing. I'm just like doing it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what am I even doing? You know, and stuff like that. And I think like even the beginning of the chapter when it starts talking about like how he saw like a family that's all sitting down on their phones, it's like our generation has become this like thing where we're all addicted to like our electronics, you know, like no one really spends time as a family anymore. Like you're out as a family eating and it's like everyone's like doing something on
something different.
Yeah. And it's like no one even spends time anymore because it's like everyone's like more like, oh, like this is better, you know, this is like I'd rather be doing this than like talking, you know, stuff like that. And especially like now, like with the pandemic and everything, it's like our electronics have become a lot more, like a lot of people use them a lot more now because it's like, you know, it's like it's
easier to get distracted.
Yeah, it's easier because it's like our online school, like you can have your camera off and like be like,
that's true.
Just be like doing whatever, and then like class is over, late meeting, you know, stuff like that. Like you can honestly, because you're trying to just fill time because you're like, oh, I have nothing else to do, so I'm just gonna do whatever, you know.
Yeah. Going off of that, the author mentions how we specifically as a generation are an addicted generation. So I wanted to ask you guys, what ways do you think we are an addicted generation?
Honestly, I feel like we always have to be doing something. Like everything's so fast paced. You know what I mean? Like no one ever wants to like wait for anything anymore. It's like
that's true.
Like I feel like we all want everything like this, and it's like no, because like if you're like doing something and then like the Wi-Fi smells, like oh my gosh, like this is taking forever to load, and it's like 10 seconds. It's literally like 10 seconds, but because it wasn't like 1 or 2 seconds, you're like, oh my goodness, like when is this gonna load? Or like
that is so true.
Like other things like that, like that we always like we're so addicted to like wanting things now. You know, no one wants to wait anymore because like when you want to call someone, you just call them and automatically, you know, you want to get in touch with someone, you can send them like an email, gets it like this, stuff like that. It's like everyone wants something fast paced, you know?
I so agree with that just because I like everything now.
No,
And it's addicting. If you don't get it, it's not good.
Yeah, you get angry. People get angry. They're like, oh my goodness, like Amazon Prime. You don't get like you order something. It's like next day delivery. It's like it better get here tomorrow. It gets here 2 days later. Why didn't it get here yesterday? It's like stuff
that's
like
so
that.
true.
Said I would get it yesterday, but no, I had to wait another 24 hours just to get my makeup.
Exactly.
Like really?
Exactly. Yes.
And the worst thing I think is whenever you're like looking for something, you're like, Amazon has to have it, and they must have it with the next day delivery.
Yes,
if
true.
they don't, it's maddening. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. So Esperanza, do you think of another way, like how we are an addicted generation?
I definitely agree with everything Jocelyn said and how we need things. I don't know why I made that face, but how we like
No, you're good.
always want things. But I also think that we can't be still. Like we can't not have something to do.
That's true.
And even if there is something to do, it has to be something we enjoy.
Yeah. That's so true. And I think a lot of people, like you see it a lot when everything's shut down. Because people are like, what am I going to do all this time at my house? It's like not even like, oh, I'm going to spend like more time with my family. It's like, what am I going to do here? Like I'm in my house. What am I supposed to do?
I think that's about the only time. Well, it's about most of the time me and my family spend time together is when my stepdad shuts off the Wi-Fi. And then we'll all literally walk into the living room like, did the Wi-Fi stop working? Like, what happened? And then we're kind of just stuck there having a conversation. But the thing is, it is to all of us, it seems like we're stuck. It's not like we're willing to be here.
Yeah. That's so true.
That was deep.
Yeah, that was.
You got me thinking.
That's pointers right there. I'm going to shut down Wi-Fi at home.
Wow. You're giving him ideas.
Well, because he has an app that goes to the Wi-Fi where he can turn off even just one of our devices.
You're giving all the parents out there like pointers.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
All right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like we don't know how to be still.
Yeah.
And we're always like,
what you're saying, we're always trying to fill like that space or that void that we feel, you know?
Yeah.
And it talks about that in the book where we're trying to fill a God-shaped hole with like
with the world.
Yeah.
But it's not going to fill it because it's God-shaped. So only something like I think it was said like only God-sized faith can fill God-sized like voids or something like that at some point. I don't remember where, but like it says something like that because that's where it starts talking about addictions. That's like what we try to use to like fill like those voids instead of trying to fill it with God.
So let me ask you this: what things do you think our generation is most addicted to?
I think honestly I know for me, like whenever I was reading this and when it said accomplishments can be a drug, that like hit me. Like it literally, like I just stopped and I was like, how many times do I'm like, I go to school, you know, and I'm like, I have to get a good grade on this. Like I have to. It's like, why do you have to? Like it's not because I'm like, oh, I just, you know, I want to get like a good grade or whatever. It's more like it's at a point that's like, if I don't, like, I used to cry if I didn't have, like, a certain grade that I wanted. And it was, like, when I saw that, and I was, like, in a way, like, I want, like, it's not because of just, like, oh, I want to do good. It's more, like, it's like feeling something else. It's, like, oh, if I don't do this, like, what's going to happen to me? Like, what's
Can I ask you, does it give you validation in yourself?
Yeah, because I feel like if I'm doing good, it's, like, then like I'm doing good, you know, like that means that I'm successful. You know, stuff like that. And I think that until like recently I've started noticing it more, or like noticing like that it's okay to like not have an 100, you know, not because like it's like I used to think like if I don't get this grade, like my parents are gonna get mad or they're not gonna like
think less of you.
Because like I always like I had the best grades in my, like, out of my whole family, like, out of my brothers. And it was always like, oh, I have to have straight A's. I have to, like. And then until, like, recently, I'm like, I have, like, if I have a B now, I'm like, okay. Like.
That's okay.
It's okay. Like, you know, like.
I did the best I could.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I got out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like I'm not trying.
Yeah.
It's like I'm putting my work into it. And if that's what I'm getting, then okay.
Yeah.
And it's like. It is hard to, like, you know, just be like, okay, like, what?
No, yeah.
But, like. It's like when I saw that, it like hit, like it just hit like me. Like I was like, "Dang God, you're talking to me right now."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Esperanza, what do you think our generation is most addicted to?
Definitely electronics, but that's also like I would say. I hate that I'm saying this, but it's like a right away. When someone thinks right away, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's kind of like whenever someone sees this generation, oh, they're always on their phones, they're always on something, like
that's true.
It's expected for our generation to be on the phone or to be on an electronic.
That's true.
That's
true. You hear a lot of like older people like, oh yeah, you younger kids are always on your phone. When I was your age, I didn't have that.
Yeah, they always come at us.
I know, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's not my fault. You don't have to accuse me.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of like already like expected of us, you know? That's so true.
That is true.
You know what the sad part is that there's more adults addicted to phones than than some of the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
You see a lot of grandmas just playing games in their phones.
Candy Crush on their phones.
Facebook, you know.
My grandma loves solitary. Loves it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, Grandma? Oh, I'm playing solitary.
Oh, nice.
You winning? Of course, mija. Of course.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so too. I agree on both of those things, both of those addictions.
Yeah. I think also something like the book says is like, especially for our generation, it says, do you know what the most widespread addiction out there is today?
Don't say it.
The approval of others. I was like,
that is
so true.
I got a whole note on that one.
Because it's like,
ooh, tell us.
Yeah, good.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, tell us your notes.
Dive into it.
Well, okay, when I first read it, I was going through it. I was going through I was like, yeah, okay, like these are understandable. Like I understand why these are seen as an addiction. So when it first said that our generation needs approval of others, I was like, why did that one have to come up?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You're trying to point out to me my addictions, but like, you didn't have to go that far. But I think, I'm trying to word what I'm going to say. I definitely think I need approval of others.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's more approval than it is acceptance.
Like,
me.
you want to feel accepted.
Yeah.
I
want people to see that, like, hey, I'm doing this, and like I'm
to be recognized.
Yeah. Like cause okay, sometimes I get a little sassy, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, say what you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that was another thing we went into. It was like, you could say you don't care all you want, but
deep down.
care. Yeah, you want their approval.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna stop reading you. Like, if you're gonna keep doing this, I'm gonna stop reading your chapter. And it's just, I always knew that I needed people's approval. But the way that it went into it, like why we need it, that is what I was like.
Yeah, I definitely feel like our generation is just like, everyone always, like, I think we all just always want to, like, you never want to, it's sad because no one wants to stand out anymore. Like, everyone wants to just, like, you want to do what everyone else is doing because you don't want to look bad. It's like, oh, because if I don't do this, then, like, they're not going to like me and stuff like that. And it's like, I know for me, I definitely always, I always want people to like me. It's like, you don't want to go somewhere and be like, no one likes you, you know?
Yeah.
You want to have people around you. You want, like, and it's like, you don't even realize, like, that it is an addiction, you know? And like, I love how, like, afterwards it says, if you whispered, well, I'm not addicted to this, and you actually are, because you try to reassure yourself, like, oh,
we try to justify it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you want to, like, no, I'm not like that.
I could never be addicted to that.
Yeah, and actually says here, like, the people who scream that out the most, like, struggle with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the more that you emphasize that you don't care, or that you don't, like, I don't know, mind it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, in reality, it really
It bothers you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That definitely hit me because I do that.
Yeah.
I can act like I don't care about things, and I actually care a lot.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that in myself. It also says here, like, it was just naming, like, a whole bunch of things that we could be addicted to.
Yeah.
And it was talking about money. It could be drugs. It could be porn. It could be shopping. It could be adrenaline.
Yeah.
It could be, some people are addicted to pain. And some people are addicted to people. And in that way, it's where we need the approval of others, like he was saying. And I definitely can see that in myself too. I don't know. I kind of, like, I wouldn't say, like, change myself for other people, but I'm always, like, reading people, I guess.
Yeah.
To, like, what's that word? Not transform, but adjust myself, I guess.
Yeah.
Just so that I can, like, fit in.
Yeah.
Or, like, especially for a new kid. I've been a new kid, like, plenty of times.
Me too.
And so I think that is where it's rooted in also, in my life, at least.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, it says here, I wanted to jump to another, like, part of the book. It's called We Are All Vulnerable. So it says here, underneath any addiction or our foundational need for approval is a larger question. It's this: what problem is occurring in my life that I need to mask the pain or emptiness with an addiction?
Yeah. Yeah, I like highlighted that too, and it's like, when I like read that, I thought about it. It's like, that's so true. Like, people sometimes they don't like necessarily want to be addicted, but instead of being vulnerable, they'd rather cover it up with something else. Like, I'd rather have people see me for this than see what really what is really going on. Because it's worse for people to see the real me than see me for this. Because it's like a mask, you know. It's like it in a way protecting themselves from people seeing like what truly is underneath everything, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I was just about to say that it's definitely a defense mechanism so that we protect ourselves. It says here, oh, my bad. That like our addictions can kind of like be a symptom or like a cause from something else. A cause that lies underneath the surface of like what we struggle with. And it says here the root cause of most addictions is pain.
I see.
And like we all go through pain. So I can definitely see how, and it was definitely interesting to me to learn like where addictions come from. Like they come from like us trying to cover something up, and especially pain. Like I know I've been through painful situations, and I guess you can get addicted to a certain mindset, maybe. Especially our generation, I feel like we can get we can get addicted to a lot of different mindsets that can like negatively affect us. I feel like
I feel like you just never want anyone to know you're not okay. It's like you always want to seem like this perfect, you know, Christian that doesn't go through anything, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm living this perfect life, but it's like because you don't want to show like that you're hurting or anything, because it's like like it says, like no one wants to be vulnerable anymore. It's like everyone wants to show like as if their life was perfect, but behind closed doors, it's not.
I get that. It says here, so it's basically talking about like the symptoms of our addictions, right? And it says here, we always try to run to something that promises relief. We feel we need to cope somehow, so we return to the thing we think will make us feel better. Maybe that addiction actually does deliver relief for a short time. The addiction gives a buzz, a high, a thrill, a rush, but then the addiction lets us down big time. And we go even lower than before. And that just makes us like more hungry for like that relief.
And I feel like that's how it becomes an addiction, because like the first time it's like you do it because you're like, oh, this is gonna give me relief, and then when it lets you down, it's like you need like a stronger dose of it, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse from that first time, that it just grows into an addiction that it's like without this I will literally like die, you know. Like like I can't, like if I stop doing this, then like my life is over, you know. So that was very true. Like I read that and I was like, dang, like it's crazy how like how just like trying to like hide something once can lead into something like a lot bigger.
I get that. It talks about like how we should look at it. I feel like it says here we need to look past the symptom and examine the cause. So we have to ask ourselves the questions. Like, what's the source of our chaos in our lives? What's the source of, like, our pain? Or, like, what's the source of why we do the things we do? Or maybe, like, the bad patterns or bad habits that we have. We really have to, like, get real with ourselves. And really, like, ask ourselves, like
what am I really, like, what am I trying to feel? Like, what really is hurting me that, like, I'm doing this to try to cover it up. Because I feel like I think it's so messy that you don't even remember like why you started doing what you're doing in the first place. Because it's just become this routine, you know. And it's like you don't even remember why you started in the first place. It's just like, oh, I'm already doing this, you know. It's part of my everyday life. It's like it's comfortable, like what we talked about. It's comfortable, and then once it's comfortable, Like,
why
yeah,
move?
it's gonna be
exactly. Like, why move? So like that's when you have to get uncomfortable and get real with yourself and be like, okay, what am I trying to like feel? You know, like what's the cause of all of this?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I've been there, to be honest, where I'm like, I've been through pain and I'm like almost addicted to it in a way where like if it's not there anymore, it's like, wait, what? And if I feel happy and it's like, wait, this doesn't feel right.
Like something wrong, like something like what's coming. Like I know that there's been times experience like if I'm happy, it's like what's next, you know, like
what's the next thing that's gonna let me down? Yeah,
exactly.
I feel that.
I think going off that, when you were saying that pain's kind of an addiction, I think I can definitely agree with that. Pain is one of my addictions because now if I'm in pain or if I get hurt or someone hurts me, it's doesn't hurt as much or it's normal. So it's like, oh, this happened, like let's add it to the
list.
It's, I think that's definitely one that was like, when he was saying that, I was thinking, I was like, no, that's not, like, that can't be one. Like, how is pain an addiction? Like, nobody likes pain.
That's true.
But
that is true. Addictions, we don't always have to like them, like you said, with pain.
So when I was reading that, it was, like, usually it's either when someone says something or something happens and it hurts my feelings, or it's kind of like, dang, that just happened. But now it's like more, or it's becoming more physical. Like when I roll my ankle, or when I broke my foot, that one was crazy. But it's because now I always catch myself picking at my fingers. And later, if I'm like, when I wash my hands or something, I'm like, ow. Like, why did I do that?
Yeah. I know there was like a certain time in my life that like I felt if I was like happy, something was coming. Like I'm like, there's no possible way that
the other shoe's gonna drop.
Yeah. I was like, there's no possible way that this is actually like I'm actually happy. You know, it's like something is coming. Like I could never accept the fact that I was happy. I was always like, I was so paranoid. Like, what's next? Like what
do you have coming for me now?
Like what's gonna hurt me next, what's gonna cause me pain next? And it was like I could never accept the fact that I was just simply happy, you know, that simply like life is going good, I was good. It was more like I was just so paranoid that I could never just enjoy it. It was just like, what's next, what's gonna hurt me next, what is gonna cause me pain next? And it was like it's tiring. It's exhausting, because it's like you just can't accept the fact that you're okay, you know? And it's like, it's exhausting.
It is. I can definitely relate to you where like I'm addicted to pain, where like I said before, if I'm happy and like you said, I don't accept it really, and I'm almost like, wait, the pain's not here, so I need to go back.
Why am I trying to make it like it's happening? Like, why am I trying to make something out of nothing?
And I feel like sometimes we don't want to forget the pain because we don't want to get hurt again. So it's like
I feel like that could be why we're addicted to pain also.
Because it's like if I'm already hurting and it just continues, it's kind of like it just kind of becomes numb.
And we get comfortable there.
Exactly. Like you're just kind of like numb to it. You're just like, you know, it's like it's already here. Like just, you know,
go for it.
Why fight it?
Because like whenever something's good and then it gets bad, it feels like you're like, it's worse.
It's so much worse
than whenever it's just like bad after bad after bad after bad. Because you're like, oh, this is already bad, and then something else bad, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm already kind of like in this routine that's like nothing really good is happening. But when you're here and then everything just kind of falls here, you're just like, it breaks you. Like it literally breaks you. So it's like sometimes I feel like that's why we can become addicted to our pain, because like I don't want to be here and come here. I'd rather just be here and just continue.
That's a really good point that you brought up, to be honest. Like I definitely didn't think of it like that. Now that you say it, and it's really like eye-opening just to hear like both of your viewpoints on it. So I really appreciate you saying that, to be honest.
we're gonna go on and talk about. Oh, it talks about David, right?
Yes.
So Saul tried to basically armor David. So he put like a bunch of like his own armor on David, trying to like buff him up, I guess.
Protect
Hype
him.
up. Yeah, protect him, because David was like this scrawny little kid to Saul and to everybody. And I guess Saul was trying to justify or try to make up for David's weakness that he saw, I guess. But David, he basically like didn't need it. He didn't want it. And I feel like I can't imagine like the confidence that David had just to like go in his own skin and his own vulnerability out to like fight Goliath.
Like when it says like that is possibly that like Saul was trying to unmask David, because it's because it's like, you're wearing my armor and it doesn't fit you. Like, you really think you can go out there without like skills like me, or with stuff that I've done out there to fight a giant? It's like, if I can't do it, you can't possibly do it, you know? And it's like, when it said that, it's like he was trying to make David feel vulnerable. And I think that's what the world tries to do with us. It's like they want to make us feel vulnerable so we can give in to what they're trying to give us, you know? And it was like, and it's like, if we couldn't do it, then you can't do it. It's like, just give up. Just give up, you know?
Yeah, because when I was reading that, when it was saying you are not able.
Yeah.
When Saul told him that, I'm like, when I first read that, I was like, he's trying to fix your problem.
Yeah.
He could just go back home, leave y'all to deal with it, and just let it, like, that's your problem.
It would have been victory for him regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless who did it, it would have been victory for them, but he didn't want that.
Yeah, I agree. Going back to like what you said and like unmasking, or Saul unmasking like David and his vulnerability. What kind of armor do you think we put on? Or like, what ways do we protect ourselves, or we cover up our own vulnerability? The way we mask it. Either like generational or personally, like.
I think honestly for me, I just try to make everything seem as it's like, as I'm like everything's okay, you know? Like, I don't want, like, for me, I'm the type of person that I always feel like if I tell someone like what I'm going through, I feel like I'm putting it on them, you know? And it's like, I don't want to, like, in a way, it's like, I don't want to burden them with this. Yeah. It's like, you know, I'll just be like, oh yeah, how are you doing? Oh, I'm great, you know? I'm
good.
Life's great. And inside it's like, you really? Yeah. Like, I think a lot of us do that, you know? It's like, you just want to be like, you're just like, I'm okay. I'm great, you know? I'm perfect.
Yeah. I agree. I do that too. I try to pretend like everything's fine.
Yeah, no, definitely.
In reality, it's like not fine at all.
Yeah.
I wanted to move on, and it says here how differently we can look at of our vulnerability, where we can have strength in being vulnerable. I think it's More Grace Addicts, Please section. It talks about, actually, we can talk about like Adam and Eve, right?
Oh yeah.
They were, when God created them, right? They were naked, and they weren't like ashamed.
They felt no shame.
Yeah. And they were like there with all their vulnerability, and they were okay.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like how we can like be in God's presence. And I feel like a lot of times we struggle with that, and it's a real struggle.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly like trying to fill, you know, that void with addictions and everything.
And I feel like we try to hide that from God. Like, that's what Adam and Eve tried doing. They tried hiding from God. Like, God wouldn't know. It's like, oh, we're just hiding because we're naked. He's like, how did you know? Like, how did you know you guys were naked? And that's like, and it's like, we try to hide him from God, and like, God knows everything already. It's like, you know, and it's like, God clothed them. I think that's something that really sticks out. Like, God clothed them. He gave them. He made them clothed. And I think that's the same thing for us. Like, when we're vulnerable, when we give our vulnerability to Him, it's like He'll cover us with His armor. You know, and like He'll help us get through it. And like you said, like, be strong and being strong and vulnerable at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Another point that it says here is that we need to be grace addicts.
Yeah.
So can one of you tell me what that is or what that means or what the book said that meant?
Where does it say? Oh, yeah. Whenever he was talking about being grace addicts, I think he was going off that like we're able in God. Like I think he was going based off of that. That like we need to be like addicted to receiving God's grace because like we don't like sometimes we don't want to accept it. And it's like we don't. But like God's giving us grace regardless. So it's like why not just take it, you know, and like just like take it all in and like take it every day. Accept his grace, you know.
Yeah. And going off of that, being a grace addict means being vulnerable with God. You know, really like opening up your heart to him and like telling him like whatever it is that's on your mind or what's stressing you or what you're worried about or what you're trying to fill, I guess. And it says here that we should pray and say, I admit it, Lord, I'm weak, I'm vulnerable. This is what's true of me. Jesus, I'm having a hard time right now. Jesus, I feel every open to attack. I am weak, but you are strong. Jesus, by your grace, I can overcome. And I feel like that's really powerful to like be in God's presence and be vulnerable like that. And how like sometimes it's hard for us to do that. But it says here that we should be attached to the person and the character of Jesus in our addictions. And that really hit me because that's kind of like the relief, I guess, that we should be getting or where we should find relief, I guess. It also says here, the greatest lie of all when we're facing our addictions is that we can wage the battle on our own. You know, a lot of times we like want to do everything ourselves. And that's definitely me where I like to take control of like what I feel or like what makes me feel better or whatever it is. Like I can definitely agree with that, and that really opened my eyes, to be honest.
Something that really also spoke out to me was when it says being a grace addict is a good thing, not a bad thing. As soon as somebody gets too excited about Jesus, we start calling him a Jesus freak, and we act like this is a bad thing. But what we need in the church today are lots and lots more Jesus freaks. Those who say, Jesus, you are my only hope, and I'm clinging to you my whole life long. And when I read that, like, that's true. Like, you don't ever want to be, like, too open because, like, you don't want people to look at you where it's like, oh, like, this is, like, what, this person's, like, really excited about Jesus. But it's, like, we should be like that. Like, we should be, like, screaming it, you know, like, showing it in everything we do. It's, like, giving off the character of Christ in, like, every single aspect of our lives.
I agree with that. Going off of, like, being vulnerable, I feel like it says here, freedom happens in the light, in Jesus' light, where, like we've been saying, being vulnerable is where we find strength. And it says here, until you're okay with being seen as needy or weak, you will never walk in true strength. And that really hit me because, like, our generation likes to cover up our vulnerability a lot. Even, like, with other people or with our friendships or on social media, like, we try to act like everything's fine. But it says here, like, in the power of God, we are weak, but we are strong. And that really definitely hit me.
And I think going, like, you know how you're saying that, like, you like to take control, you know, stuff like that. It comes to say that, like, because of Christ, our giant is done, but we still need the people, like, around us to help us. Because, like, whenever he went back about Lazarus, like, okay, Jesus raised Lazarus from the death, but he told the people around him, help unwrap him. And it's, like, stuff like that. And it's, like, we as, like, we need to be able to, like, feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with those around us so that we can all lift each other up. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here that's afraid to be vulnerable, you know? And it's like everyone is, but if we all show it, it's like it will be a lot more comfortable for everyone to just be like, okay, I'm dealing with this. I need you to lift me up, you know? And, like, that's what we're here for, you know? To lift each other up, to help each other, you know? Because, like, we all go through things. It's not like no one's perfect, you know? So, like, if we can be vulnerable with each other, it's like, okay, God already defeated what I'm going through, but I still need my brothers in Christ, my sisters in Christ to lift me up and help me through continue, you know?
I definitely agree with that. And that's definitely helpful when we're trying to deal with our addictions, right? And knowing that we're not alone in anything.
Yeah.
So I definitely love how you wrapped it up, to be honest. Like, that was a pretty good wrap up, guys. I don't know about you, but
That's it. We're done. Goodbye.
thank you guys so much for joining with me.
No problem.
Make sure you guys join me for next week. We are talking about chapter 8.
Ooh.
And I will see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.